All right, so if this video comes out before the game is even over, I apologize. I swear I'm not flaking on the team. I just have to go to work at like 10:30. It's 9:43 right now, and I can't. I'm not gonna sit there and watch the rest of the game when we're literally getting ass blasted. Instead of making the video and making sure it gets out on time, talking about the problems that this team displayed today and that they have been displaying all season. So as of right now, the Baltimore Ravens just scored another touchdown, and it is about to be 27-6 Ravens lead after the New Orleans Saints just had an absolute domination of the Las Vegas Raiders last week in a shutout. It's crazy how things flip with this team. It's so inconsistent, but we're now down 27-6, and we're dropping to 3-6 in a division that was wide open. If we won this game, we would be second place in the NFC South with two winnable games against the Steelers, and just coming up soon. And it's so frustrating to see that the Saints are not capitalizing on their opportunities they have when the NFC South is as bad as it's been. But let's talk about the difference of this game today. So the New Orleans Saints obviously had no ability to stop the run whatsoever, like at all, and I mean that wholeheartedly. Kenyon Drake, Kenyon Drake, out of all running backs, had 18 attempts for 80 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Lamar Jackson had 9 rushes for 69 yards. It just the Baltimore Ravens were running all over us. They were running rampant. There was nothing the New Orleans Saints defense could do to slow down the Baltimore Ravens run attack, and that's the reason we lost this game, honestly. But other than that, I mean, the Saints' run defense sucked. The time of possession was just downright ridiculous. Like, I mean, the Baltimore Ravens have had the ball all night. Like, the Saints have not touched it at all. The Baltimore Ravens have 33 minutes and 57 seconds time of possession. The Saints only have 19 minutes. That right there, you're not winning a game if you're losing the time of possession by like 13 entire minutes. It's just not going to happen. Andy Dalton played another mid-ass game, and I mean mid as fuck. Like, bro, I'm so tired of watching Andy Dalton play football. Riddle me this, guys. Okay, I understand the standpoint of multiple people when they say, hey, Andy Dalton is going to make safe decisions. Andy Dalton isn't going to turn the ball over a ton. Andy Dalton gives us the best chance to win games. No, he doesn't. He literally, Andy Dalton isn't going to go out and win you a game. I've said this time and time again. He's not going to step foot out on the field and take control and win a game for you. He won't really lose you a game, but god damn, he is not going to go out there and play hero and win you a football game. When the Saints are down a touchdown, count them out, because there's no way Andy Dalton is going and scoring points. It just doesn't happen. At least we saw Jameis Winston in week 1 put up 14 to get back against the Falcons and win that game. Of course, it was the Falcons, and they're notorious for that, but it's still some type of evidence. Andy Dalton is dropping to 2-4 after losing this game. It's just, he's mid. And I know we all saw that overthrow to Marquez Callaway wide open in the end zone. He then proceeds to overthrow Chris Olave in the end zone for a touchdown right there afterwards. 2 overthrows back-to-back when the Saints could have gotten a touchdown instead of settling for that field goal, which we needed so desperately. Andy Dalton, I'm just so sick and tired of watching this dude play football. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what I've said in the past. I don't care. It's just so frustrating and so annoying watching the most conservative-ass football I've ever seen. The amount of times on 3rd and 1 I've seen Andy Dalton throw behind the line to gain is ridiculous. Why are you throwing a 1-yard check down on 3rd and 3? Andy Dalton, please explain it to me. Why? Like, literally, why? There's people open, too. I saw it. But you know what? Whatever. Alvin Kamara didn't get much going, mainly because he wasn't given the opportunity to get anything going. He only had 8 rushing attempts up to this point of the game, 8 attempts for 34 yards. Taysom Hill, why the fuck does he only have 1 rushing attempt? Why? Like, literally, why? Dennis Allen did not call a great game today. I don't care. Like one of the only bright spots, just like every other week, was Chris Olave having 5 receptions for 60 yards. But other than that, the team as a whole sucked. The Saints on 3rd down were absolutely atrocious. That was a huge difference in this game, too. The Ravens were picking up every single 3rd down ever, and the Saints could not convert for the life of them, and that is why we lost. So, in my opinion, this season is a wash. I mean, we can win some games, but what's the point of winning games other than just making the Eagles draft pick that we gifted them worse? Like, actually, what is the point? We're in this weird lull, and we're used to it. We've been here before. I mean, we've lost good quarterbacks before. We're in the lull that the Denver Broncos were and still somehow are in, that the Pittsburgh Steelers are in, that multiple teams are in because they lost a great quarterback. The New England Patriots are also in the same lull. This lull comes after you lose your franchise staple quarterback and you're stuck in QB purgatory and you are mid as hell, stuck in a vicious cycle of going 8-9 and sucking absolute ass for a few years until you hit in the draft or make a big splash in free agency and get you a new starting Hall of Fame or whatever the hell franchise quarterback. It doesn't even necessarily need to be a Hall of Famer, but that's what we're in. Denver Broncos are going through it. The Steelers, the Patriots, those are just three teams off the top of my head. But the Commanders even, I mean, since Kirk Cousins has been gone, they've been in the QB purgatory as well. I'm not saying he's a Hall of Famer, but you get what I'm saying. So, yeah, welcome to QB purgatory, boys. It's going to be a long stay. It's going to be a few years before the New Orleans Saints are back where they were all of those magnificent years from 2017 to just about 2021. And, yeah, it's just... That's it, boys. Good game to the Ravens. You guys played a good game. They knew the run was killing us, and they did not stop. They showed no intention of stopping, and, hey, I can't blame them. I really can't. Yeah, hopefully we see some better effort next week. We should be getting Marshawn Lattimore back soon. Jarvis Landry, maybe. I mean, Michael Thomas is already out for the season. This season's a wash. I'll still be covering the Saints, but it's not looking great, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you stuck through and watched the entirety of the game like I'm about to get back and do while I upload this, I applaud all of you. I'm sorry that this is the direction the Saints took, man, but it's bound to happen. Every good team, once they have those solid-ass years, that really good run, they come crashing down, and it happens every single time. It's the circle of life in the NFL. You're great for a few years. You suck ass for a few years. You're great for a few years. You suck ass for a few years. It just happens. Eagles won the Super Bowl, sucked ass for a few years, and are now 8-0. It's just the way of the world in the NFL. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys stopping by. And yeah, I will see you boys in the next one. Adios. Try to get out more content this week. It's just so hard. I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing about the Saints a little bit too, but I'll put some videos out. Peace out.